mikrofon leci. Dobrze. Fuck. Nie wiem co powiedzieć. Zaczynamy sobie gierkę. Stanley Parable. Zaczynamy sobie. Jezu, mój głos, ten taki, jakbym miał depresję, taki dziecko z depresją. Adek teraz pewnie się śmieje, oglądając film za 3 godziny. Gra chyba troszeczkę za głośno jest. Dobrze.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Nie będę tłumaczyć. Raczej wszyscy znają angielski. Oprócz mnie. Begin the game again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Na razie posłuchamy się go. Narratora. Narrator będzie nam tłumaczyć, co robić. Muszę tak mówić głosem, bo inaczej jest źle. Tips for getting... Boom, brum, nie boom, lol.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, muszę sobie to przestawić.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
Camera.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Pianino da się grać. Słabe. F jak flashlight. Wstrzymałem się. Stanley Parable to nie jest wcale taka straszna gra, nie ma w nim żadnych jumpscarów ani innych. Czasami tam jest taki klimacik, który może przestraszyć. No właśnie. Co tam było? Jeszcze tylko sprawdzę, czy jest wszystko w dobrej jakości. Jest. Raczej nikt nie wejdzie na live, bo to nie jest już ciekawa gra. Tam wyszła chyba 6 lat temu, czy tam... nie 6, tylko 5. Mhm.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Jaki fajny muzyka. Znaczy odgłos. Próbujmy być poważnie do poważnej gry.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Gdzieś tam byliśmy, gdzieś tam. Nie pamiętam gdzie.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
Pirate. Nie zgaduję, że to przez to, że spiratowałem to, co?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
To się nigdy nie kończy. He?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Restart gry.
Yes.
Nie.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lived,
ta grafika jeszcze.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I co? 3, jeden restart.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Ja pierdolę, jak zwykle, kurwa. Żadnych pan jest taki spoko. Już tego kurwa nikt nie ogląda. Chyba życie nie ma końca.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think... Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it. Come on. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Nie. Pamiętam, że tu był jakiś exploit, żeby się nie zabić. Nie! O właśnie.
Whoops.
Ah.
I was wrong. How clumsy of me. Coś mi nie pasi. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Co teraz?
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and
Spadam. Nie oglądam.